Good morning, welcome to day 10 of our 30-day challenge. And today we are going to up the ante a little bit. So we can do longer breath holds. We will do them lying flat on the mat, and we won't do an asana in the final breath hold just to get used to it. And so 1.5 minutes, 1:45, 2 minutes, breath out, breath hold. We'll then move on to a Kundalini kriya. That is really going to build your abdominal strength and core strength. I hope you really enjoy it. Let me know how you get on. It's quite tough, so take it at your own pace. And there's quite a lot going on, but it's short and it's sweet, so just bear with it. We're then going to do a cold shower for 1 minute. As I promised, we're just going to increase. Next week we'll go to 1.5 minutes. So I'll talk you through it as I did before. If you like the video, like it. Please give me feedback. I'm loving the feedback. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so let's get those mats out, and either you can sit up if you want to do this. I would recommend, because we're going to go for that longer breath hold today, do it lying down, but it's up to you. Round 1, 30 big in-breaths, in and out. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Getting the air in at 100% of your capacity and just passively letting it out again, about 70% out. We'll do 30 breaths this round, and the next 2 we're going to do 35. So we're just going to increase things a little bit this week. It won't add a lot of time onto things, but you may find those extra 5 breaths help you get that breath hold that we're looking for. Okay, so keep going. Belly, chest, head, let it go. In and out. You're doing really well. Keep going, do it at your own pace. You can breathe in and out through the nose or the mouth. It absolutely doesn't matter. As Wim always says, as long as you're getting the air in, it doesn't matter what hole. So let's keep going. We're nearly there with this round. Keep going in and out. Circular breaths, no gap at the top. 5 more. There's no gap at the bottom. It's just circular, in and out. 2 more. Okay, this is our last one. In, let all of the air out if you can. And we're going to hold this breath out for 1 minute, 30 seconds. As always, if you need to take a breath before, then do so. And if you want to hold your breath for longer, I will cue you up at 10 seconds to go. And what I would just like to say as well, if you feel like you can't quite make it and we're almost there, one trick that I've learned from Wim Hof himself, just to push the hold that little bit more to get those extra few seconds, is to tense the body before you need to take your recovery breath. So starting at the toes, start tensing all of the muscles from the toes upwards to the head. We've done 1 minute together. And that you'll find, by doing that, you'll just get those extra few minutes. I've tried to remember to do it during this practice so you'll be able to see, but at this stage I'm not sure you will be able to. I try to do it with the 2 minute breath hold. So let's see. You're doing really well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Force this breath upwards. Push it. Really squeeze this breath up into the head. Really pushing it now. Keep going. Hold it. Hold this breath in and release. Beautiful. Round 2, belly, chest, head, let it go. So we're going to do 35 breaths this time, because the breath hold we're going up to 1 minute 45 seconds. So we've just got that extra 45 seconds. So if you did need to initiate that muscle contraction, this would be a good time to try it, as this is a new breath hold length for us with this practice. So keep going. In and out. In and out. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. Keep going. You're doing beautifully. Remember, you've shown up on the mat today and you've done it for your own health and your own emotional and physical well-being. This extraordinary gift from the extraordinary man, Wim Hof. I'm currently listening to actually on audiobook, his book, 10 More Breaths. And I can highly recommend it. It makes me smile every single day. I'm on my second listen. And it's a beautiful book, but it explains 5 more. It explains the method in huge detail, and it makes you realise just exactly what a brilliant gift it is to humankind. Last breath in. Big breath and release if you can. All of the air out. Close down the eyes. And we've got 1 minute 45 seconds with the breath out. And just go inside. Let's scan the body. Feel into your feet. Tingling, pins and needles, sensations. What can you feel? Go inside the body. Imagine you're travelling up through your ankles, your calves, your knees. Travelling up through your thighs, into your hips and your pelvis. What sensations can you feel in the body, in the torso? Travelling up through the body into the heart. Find your heartbeat. Find it. Follow it. See if you can slow it down using the power of your mind. As we're in touch now with the deepest sensations of the body. We've got 30 seconds left together. If you do need to take a breath before, that's fine, but just try the muscle contraction thing. And then finish scanning up through the body into the head and enjoy these sensations. 10 seconds left if you want to pause the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Hold it. Force this breath up into the brain. Imagine you're pulling up on the root lock, the stomach lock, the throat lock, forcing every muscle from the perineum upwards into the head, pushing cerebral fluid into the brain, and release. This is round 3. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Belly, chest, head, let it go. In and out. Again, we're going to do 35 breaths again here for this round, because this is going to be our 2-minute breath hold, if possible. As always, do what you want to do. And now that you're on your 3rd round with these breath holds being a bit longer, hopefully you'll be getting some interesting sensations in the body. Lightness in the head, tingling, toes and fingers. You may feel cold as we're filling the body with cold air, and so therefore the gas exchange of the cold air in the bloodstream will almost certainly cool down the skin temperature. So just feel into that, lean into it. And where you're feeling sensations, with each breath intensify. 10 more breaths. Intensify the feelings that you're getting in the body. This is such a healthy practice. Just know that you've shown up and you're doing something really good for yourself. Lengthening the telomeres, improving the telomerase, really improving your body. Okay, people, this is the last final breath. Take it in. Let all this air out. And this is a 2-minute breath hold. So lie back. Imagine your body is heavy. So heavy. falling and sinking into the mat. Feel relaxation washing over your entire body, like the sea on the shore washes over the sand. Imagine the relaxation is starting at your feet. Just let them go. Let the legs go. Let the body go. And our shoulders, which hold so much tension and take so much pressure throughout the day, let them sink into the mat. Let the back of the head feel like it's glued to the mat. Really, really absorb and feel the tension melt away. Such a beautiful, relaxing process. You're doing so well. If you do need to take a breath before though, absolutely take it. Take your recovery breath. Join me for the Kundalini. We've got 30 seconds left. And remember, if you did want to try and push that extra few seconds and you're feeling the urge to breathe, you can do so by tensing the muscles in the body and forcing them upwards from the toes to the top of the head. 10 seconds left. If you're with me, you've done so well. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take that breath. Force it upwards. Push it up through the perineum, up through the spine. Force that cerebral fluid to calcify that pineal gland. Expand your pituitary. We are getting a full hormonal response. We're working on the endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, and the lymphatic system. We are doing so well, people, and not to mention the nervous system. And let's just relax now. Come back to your breath. Just find a nice, steady rhythm of nasal breathing. And then rock up to sitting when you're ready. And let's start our Kundalini practice. Okay, so the first exercise we'll do is to sit onto, if possible, the left heel, getting it right into the perineum. Now, if that is just too uncomfortable, then you could take it to the side or you can bring it into the thigh. And we're going to breathe in, sitting tall if you're sitting on it, or if it's out to the side. And then we're just going to bring the head down towards the leg. So we're going to breathe in as we sit up and breathe out as we bring the head towards the knee. Okay, so it's quite a rapid movement. So breathe in and out, in and out. If it is just too uncomfortable, keep going at this pace. If it's too uncomfortable for you to have that heel into the perineum, because it does take some getting used to. I mean, the point of doing this is it supercharges the energy. The Kundalini energy sat dormant in your spine. It will supercharge you. You will feel amazing. But if it is just too much, then put the leg out to the side or into the thigh. Keep going. Breathing in as you lengthen and out as you bring the head towards the knee. And just keep going. With all Kundalini exercises, there's a lot of repetition and we hold things for a certain amount of time to get the full benefit of the practice. So just bear with it and know that you are going to be so ready for that cold shower today. Keep going. In, out. In, out. Keep going. Breathe in, out. In, out. In, out. If you can't keep at this pace, go at your own pace. That's fine too. And we're not trying to get the back, we're not trying to get their face all the way to the leg. We're just going to where you're comfortable, but you can feel the work. Just really stimulating the energy. This is also good for the cardiovascular system and for elimination. Okay, take a big breath in and force the air upwards like we do with our recovery breath. Close up the perineum. Squeeze it upwards. All those lower chakras, really squeeze them. and release. Excellent, well done. Now bring that left leg out in front of you. Just give it a little shake and a wiggle, just get the blood back. And we're going to do the same again, but start in staff pose, bringing the head towards the knees, in exactly the same motion. So breathe in, so we lengthen, and out as we come down. And it's exactly the same, but this time we're sat on both sitting bones, and we are coming down towards both knees. So there is a lot of repetitive moves in Kundalini. It's a very unusual branch of yoga, and mostly we do it with our eyes closed because it's like an active moving meditation. So usually yoga is used to get to the point where you're ready to meditate, whereas Kundalini, you almost, well, many times we do use it as a active meditation and include meditation within the practice. So just close down the eyes and just really feel into the sensations in the body. So as we come up, breathe in. As we come down, breathe out. And as ever, there's a lot of rapid breathing with our Kundalini practice. Keep going. In, out, in, out. Keeping those hands at the side. Keep going. Breathe in, out, out. Finding your own pace if this is too much. It's getting an amazing stretch down the lower back. But it is also an area of the body that doesn't get worked a lot. So you may find that it can be a little bit uncomfortable. But as long as those pains aren't sharp and stabby or electric pains, then know that you are working muscle that is often underloved. And keep going. Keep going. Find your pace. Find your rhythm. You're doing really well. Okay, breathe in. Force this air upwards like we do with the recovery breath. Pull up the perineum to the root lock. All those lower chakras, tighten them up. Pull in the tummy. And hold it and let go. Excellent, excellent. We're really toning up this tummy now. Okay, we're going to come lying long along the mat. I like to move because we're going to leave a bit of space now either side of your mat for the following exercises. So just lie long along the mat. Breathe in and out through the nose. I just want you to come back to your breath. Just shake out those legs a little bit because we've worked them quite hard with those stretches. And just breathe. Close the eyes. Let that work that we've done so far integrate into the body. It's very, very important. Okay, now take the hands above the head and then come all the way up. Fold over the toes and then all the way down. So it's like an extended sit-up. So we're taking the hands long over the head and then all the way to the feet. I would like, if you have the space, to keep your elbows as straight as possible. Because as ever, when we're working those arms straight, we're working into the metabolism. So basically, we're looking at a full sit-up. So reaching the hands over the head. And then as we come up, so breathe in as we come down. And then out as we touch the toes. Notice I have to keep reconfiguring myself because my mat basically just wanders around the living room during this practice. It's one of my favourites. So I hope you do enjoy this. This is absolutely one of my favourite set of Kundalini Kriya. So breathe in, breathe in, come back, breathe out, come forwards. If you can't reach the hands to the toes, absolutely doesn't matter. We're just folding over to where you're able to without overdoing it. Okay, so breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, fold over those legs. Okay, so don't force anything. Just go to where you are comfortable. Keep going. And if this pace is too much, slow it down. Just try and keep going. Try and keep some movement if you need to slow it down. Just know that you are not only getting yourself ready for that cold shower in a minute, but you are doing so much good for your core, and you're moving that energy from those base chakras up into the head, and you're going to feel absolutely amazing all day. Promise you. Let me know how that works for you, because I do this practice, a Kundalini practice every morning, and it fires me up for the day. Okay, well done. Finish with that set. Lie down, open the hands out, come back to your breathing. In and out through the nose. Click those eyes closed. Feel that work moving around the body. Feel it as energy fizzing and popping around your body. You may occasionally feel a little bit dizzy with this practice, and if that is the case, just lie flat until that goes over. It can just sometimes disrupt quite a lot of toxins and things in the body, and it is a very detoxifying process, so just bear that in mind. Okay, we're going to do rock and roll. So what I'd like to do, we're going to try and do it with straight legs. Okay, so we're going to come back into the so we do rock and roll quite a lot, but I want you to keep your legs as straight as possible. So where you can, take hold of your toes, and if you can't, don't worry, but we're basically rocking back on the spine, feet over the head, keeping the legs as straight as possible. If you can't and you need to bend them, then do how we usually do our rock and roll with bent legs. But ideally, if you can occasionally catch hold of the toes or the ankles, that's great. And if you can keep your legs as straight as possible, then you are champion of the world. Just make sure you're not taking out any of the furniture or any family members. Fortunately, I don't have any with me today. They've escaped to their fathers. So, so it's quite nice to have this space without damaging anybody. So keep going at your own pace, remember. So we breathe in as we come back, and then breathe out as we fold over those legs at the front. We're really now ironing out any wrinkles and crinkles in that spine. Okay, hold it and then come back to the mat, and just lie flat and breathe. Let the work integrate into the body. Close down the eyes. Feel it. Feel the sensations. See the lights behind the eyes as the prana settles into your body. I promised you we'd do an active practice ready for this minute cold shower, and that is exactly what you're getting. So bear with me. Okay, now just to counteract that, because it's a strong movement, bring the knees into the chest and just roll from side to side. This is a beautiful, if you ever have any problems with digestion or feeling bloated, this very, very simple compression is a beautiful way of easing digestion and bloating. You can sit like this for like 4 or 5 minutes. You'll find when you straighten out again, you will feel much, much better. Okay, but I haven't finished with you yet. So this time we're going to come up to sitting into a sit-up, and then bring the knees back. So sit up, fold over the legs, and then lie back, bring the knees up. Fold over those legs, lie back, bring the knees up. So breathe out as you fold over the feet, and breathe in as you bring those knees to the chest. So out, in. If you can't, just try and bring the knees in as far as you can, so you're getting a full extension of that motion. And as ever, you don't have to fold all the way over those legs. You don't have to touch your knees with your head or do anything extra special. Just go to where you are comfortable, but you're feeling it. We want to make sure we're working to our limits, but we don't want to hurt ourselves. Okay, so breathe in, bring those knees in. Breathe out, fold over. Breathe in, take the knees in. Breathe out, fold over. Keep going. This is quite tough, so find your own pace. You may not be able to go at this pace. I've been doing this practice for a while. So go to where you can go comfortably and go at the pace where you find you have your own rhythm. Okay? You don't need to keep up with me, or you could go faster than me, or you can go slower. It doesn't matter. As I repeatedly keep saying, probably boring. This is your practice. Okay, so keep going. Breathe out. Roll onto your back. Bring the knees in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. I had to readjust here because I was just moving all around the living room, but I want you to keep going, please. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out as you fold forward. And what you'll find as well is that you do extend your range of motion with these practices. And each time you do it, you'll get a little bit more. Just by the repetitive nature of it, you'll suddenly realise, actually, I'm getting got a lot more motion and range comfortably than I did before, which is ideal. And if you don't, then don't judge yourself, and don't judge yourself against anybody else's practice, because yoga is all about being in the here and the now and accepting where you are. Okay, fold over those legs and then roll back onto the mat, open up the hands and breathe in and out through the nose. Just get your breath back. Let the hands fall open on the mat and just breathe. Again, feel that work, integrating and moving around the body. We're generating so much heat. We're generating so much energy of this practice. I really want you to enjoy it. Really, it's such a special way to get moving. Okay, we're going to do the roly-polies again. So keeping the legs straight, take hold of the feet where you can, and keep the legs as straight as you can as you roll. If you need to keep them bent, that's absolutely fine. So rolling over, breathe in, breathe out, fold over the legs. Try not to hit any furniture. I definitely just kept hitting the furniture both sides. Keep going. We're not doing as many this time, so just try and stay with me. Try and keep a good pace. Breathe out. Breathe in. And let them go. Let those legs go down the mat. You're doing so well. Absolutely amazingly. Just let the work enter the body. Okay, bring the hands to T or goal posts and then rock those legs over to the left and look over your right shoulder. As you know, most of my practices end this way, so we are getting to the end of this practice and you've done your hard work. So getting this beautiful passive stretch in the lateral side of the body, shaping the waist, toning the obliques. Take the legs over to the right, look over the left shoulder, keeping that shoulder glued to the mat. This is such a nice stretch and it will just push out any more toxins. You've done so well. Let me know how you've got on with this practice today with the extra breath, this very active kriya and the shower, which we haven't done yet, but you're going to be great. Okay, bring those knees into the chest, just rock them from side to side. Just counteracting all that work we've done. Doing really well. Just enjoy the motion, enjoy the compression. And then take the legs long along the mat. Open out those hands. Come back to your breath. In and out through the nose. Stretch the hands over the head. Stretch out the toes. Stretch the body. And then just bring the knees in. We'll take a very quick happy baby. Just to open out those hips and compress. And just take hold of the outside of the feet with the hands and rock from side to side. Really bringing the energy down now. Excellent. Try and keep the lower back on the mat and the shoulders on the mat, and you're happy, baby. Then rock up to sitting. Meet me at the front of the mat and bring your hands to your heart. Close down the eyes. And I would like to say, may the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the divine light within you guide your way on. From my heart to yours, Sat Nam, Namaste, Waheguru. So I have deliberately left the sound on with this one because, as I've mentioned probably many times, I have music on while I have my shower. So I'm having a warm one first, and you do that. Do what you need to do with your warm shower. I'm not getting involved with that. And then for 1 minute, we are going to turn it to cold, and I give you the cue. Let's go all the way cold. So turn that setting, turn that dial down, and then turn around and get the cold water into the base of your neck, right into the nape of your neck. So you're cooling down the blood-brain barrier, and that is super, super, super good for you. It brings new blood flow and health and vitality into the brain. Now, any of you that have got lower back issues, let's get that cold onto the back. And then remember how we do this? Breathing into the hands. So take a handful of water and breathe out through the nose, creating bubbles in the hands. Keep going, just so then the body won't react so much when we have a cold neck and we have a cold face. You'll find it much easier. As you can see, I'm not really reacting to the fact that the water is bloody freezing. Get into those armpits, have a shake, have a wiggle. I checked the time here and you are done. That was it, 1 minute. Now, out you jump, and let's do our horse dance. Breathing in for 3. It's my cat, not a poltergeist. Open the door then. 3 in and 6 out. Take this at your own pace, because not everyone breathes in at the same pace as me. So we're going to breathe in for 3 in our horse stance and out for 6. Breathe in for 3 and out for 6. And just do this until you're feeling the effects of the cold aren't there anymore. You're not noticing them because you're concentrating so much on your breathing. And they're feeling the relaxation flood over you. Okay, then give the hands a shake and the feet a shake just to get the blood flow back to the extremities. And there you have it. You've done it. Now you're allowed to have your towel and get dry and go about your day. Well done, people. You did it again. I hope you enjoyed that, and the minute cold shower wasn't too horrific, and you managed to do the 2-minute breath hold. Let me know. I really love your feedback. And then tomorrow we're going to do an evening practice. So ideally, do the practice we did today with the cold shower and the breathing. And then in the evening, we're going to do we'll still do a Wim Hof style breathing, but instead of tensing the muscles in the breath hold at the end of the breath hold, we're just going to hold it. Because we don't want to build loads of heat, we don't want to generate loads of energy, because we're going to bring the energy down on the mat. So there'll be some movement, some flow, but it's all about relaxation tomorrow. And I'll see you then.